Welcome back. It's Houndawg again, with you in another aircraft from the past 100 years of U.S. Navy Carrier Aviation. Today is 30 November 1962, and we are in the North American Aviation RA-5C Vigilante.
Radio check, 123, 321, radio check. In November of 1953, North American Aviation began work on a privately funded design study for a carrier-based, long-range, all-weather supersonic strategic nuclear bomber to replace the Douglas A-3D Skywarrior. The Navy liked the design, but changed the requirements for a high-altitude Mach 2 dash capability, and on 29 August 1956 issued a formal contract for two prototypes, YA-3Js. The final design resulted in the largest, if not the heaviest aircraft to ever be carrier-based, with a maximum takeoff weight over 63,000 pounds and a thin fuselage over 76 feet long with a folding radome nose. The tricycle landing gear all retracted forward, with the main mounts rotating 90 degrees to the fuselage. The high-mounted wing spanned over 53 feet and was swept back 37.5 degrees with outer panels that folded. Large full-span trailing-edge flaps and interconnected leading-edge slats were required to give the huge aircraft more lift and reduce the landing approach speeds at the carrier. A boundary layer control system forced high-pressure engine bleed air over the flaps when they were extended to further lower landing speed. The large flaps left no room for conventional ailerons, so aircraft roll was controlled by a complex, interconnected system of three spoiler deflectors on top of each wing, working in conjunction with a large pivoting single-slab tail fin with no rudder. The spoilers also acted as speed brakes, and the upper section of the tail fin folded to the left to meet carrier height restrictions. The horizontal all-flying tail planes were hinged at a single pivot on each side of the rear fuselage. A retractable refueling probe was located forward of the pilot on the left of the fuselage. Early models had two wing hardpoints for external stores or drop tanks, while later models had four hardpoints, but these were seldom used in normal operations. The aircraft was powered by a pair of 17,000-pound thrust afterburning General Electric J79 turbojets, mounted in titanium-framed engine bays that were gold-plated to reflect heat. A central weapons tube was located in the center of the fuselage between the engines and carried a Mark 28 nuclear bomb sandwiched between two disposable fuel tanks. Horizontal variable engine air intakes were designed to reduce intake air to subsonic speed before reaching the engine air compressor. The new aircraft was the most advanced of its time and incorporated many new technologies, including the first production fly-by-wire control system with a mechanical hydraulic backup, the first airborne digital computer and bomb navigation system with inertial auto-navigation coupled to radar television for checkpoint verification and automatic weapons release, the first operational heads-up display, and the first monopulse radar with terrain avoidance features. The pilot sat in a rocket-boosted ejection seat under a clear, bird-proof bubble canopy made from a single sheet of acrylic. Initially, the bombardier navigator sat under a solid clamshell canopy, but later two small windows were added after complaints of claustrophobia. Later models would receive updated ejection seats with zero-zero capability. The first A-3J Vigilante prototype flight took place on 31 August 1958, with only minor problems. and the first supersonic flight was less than a week later. The second prototype joined the flight test program in November, and the Navy issued the first production contract in January of 1959. On 3 June 1959, the second prototype crashed when a hydraulic and electrical system failure caused the pilot to lose control of the aircraft. The first carrier trials were completed aboard the USS Saratoga in July 1960, and on 13 December 1960, a Vigilante set a new world altitude record when it carried a 2,402-pound payload on a zoom climb to 91,451 feet. The first A3J Vigilantes entered service in June 1961. On 30 June 1962, the more powerful but heavier Reconnaissance Vigilante made its first flight. 1 month later, the Vigilantes were redesignated A-5A and RA-5C in accordance with the DoD 1962 designation system. The attack Vigilante was expensive, and its advanced systems proved to be highly unreliable and difficult to maintain. The bomb delivery system never worked as planned, and on a number of occasions the payload and fuel tanks were ejected out of the tail cone during catapult launches. Consequently, no live weapons were ever carried in the linear bomb bay. The A-5A was also very difficult to land aboard a carrier due to the 165-mile-per-hour approach speeds, along with critical lineup requirements, and resulted in several fatal ramp strikes. Once aboard, the huge aircraft was a pain to move about the carrier, and the pilot often found himself sitting over the water due to the nose wheel being 8 foot behind him. By 1963, the Navy shifted its nuclear deterrent strategy to submarine-launched ballistic missiles and canceled further procurement of the A-5A after only 59 had been built. The RA-5C deliveries began in January of 1964. And the A-5As were also quickly converted to the RA-5C. The new Reconnaissance Vigi was more powerful, but was almost 5 tons heavier due to the state-of-the-art reconnaissance equipment carried in the canoe running the length of the fuselage and the additional fuselage fuel tanks that gave the aircraft its humpback appearance. The advanced equipment included various combinations of panoramic, vertical, and oblique film cameras, as well as infrared cameras, passive electronics countermeasures equipment that recorded radar emissions information, a side-looking airborne radar, and a TV camera under the nose. The Reconnaissance Attack Navigator, or RAN, operated these systems to bring back a flood of information stored on magnetic tapes and film. The new RA-5C Vigilante was used extensively in Vietnam, with the first reconnaissance missions beginning in August 1964. The Vigilante's missions were extremely dangerous and required high-speed passes at 7,000 feet in full afterburner to obtain pre-strike target information. Post-strike damage assessments were also flown only 10 minutes after the actual strike, leaving the Vigi to fly a gauntlet of highly alert anti-aircraft and SAM batteries. The unarmed Vigilantes flew with F-4 Phantom fighter escorts, who often had difficulty keeping up due to the Phantom's external stores. Unfortunately, the Vigilante still suffered the highest loss rate of any Navy aircraft, with 18 total lost in combat, 13 shot down by flak, 2 from SAMs, 1 by a MiG-21 missile, and 2 unknown causes. With these losses, the Navy was forced to restart the RA-5C production line, with the last of 36 additional aircraft delivered in August 1970 for a total of 156 Vigilantes produced. After the end of the Vietnam conflict, the Vigilante was phased out beginning on 1 May 1974, with the last operational aircraft catapulted from the USS Ranger on 21 September 1979, thus ending the Vigilante's almost 20-year career. It is an interesting footnote that the Vigi operated under a Navy-imposed speed restriction of Mach 2, while North American had reached Mach 2.5 during test runs. This gave the Vigilante the distinction of being the largest, heaviest, and fastest aircraft to ever operate on an aircraft carrier.